Hi everybody, today we're going to be talking about the possibility of a future Red Dead Redemption 2 Undead Nightmare 2 DLC coming to Red Dead Redemption 2 sometime in the near future. Now, I do want to say take this all with a grain of salt because I don't work for Rockstar Games. I'm not confirming anything, I'm simply using my knowledge of Rockstar Games and their previous history of hiding things referencing their future titles to come in their present games, if that makes any sense. And there seems to be a lot of things referencing zombies and Red Dead Redemption Undead Nightmare in RDR2. Now, if you never played Red Dead Redemption 1, you're not going to understand this, but Red Dead Redemption 1 released in May 2010. And just a few months later, on October 26, 2010, the same day that Red Dead Redemption 2 would go on to release, Rockstar released a standalone single-player expansion for Red Dead Redemption 1 called the Undead Nightmare. Now, this wasn't canon at all. It was a simple storyline expansion with zombies. Sasquatch was in the game. It was really cool, and it was very successful. One thing to take into consideration, though, is back in 2010, the multiplayer experience in Red Dead Redemption was not as prevalent as Rockstar is trying to make it today. So I understand why they made a single player or story mode expansion. But one thing that Grand Theft Auto 5 fans wanted but never got was a story mode expansion because Rockstar focused more on online. But one thing I'm hoping that Rockstar does do with Red Dead Redemption 2 is show the single player some love a little bit later on down the line. Now, I wouldn't expect Rockstar to do something like this within 6 months because Red Dead Redemption 2 has so much going on. It's probably going to take at least a year for everybody to experience mostly everything. Now, that's a stretch. It might take a little bit longer than that. It might not take that long. But there is a lot of evidence hinting at the possibility of another Red Dead Redemption Undead Nightmare DLC happening. And it starts actually in the fence in Saint Denis, where we can come across a green jaded mask behind the cashier or the owner of the fence on top of a shelf. And what's crazy about this is that this is the same mask from Red Dead Redemption Undead Nightmare. And this mask is the reason for this plague or this zombie epidemic that happens. Now, something interesting happens to this mask after we complete the main storyline of Red Dead Redemption 2. If you actually come back to the fence during the epilogue, well, the mask is going to be gone, and that's that. Didn't think there would be anything else revolving around this mask. Well, the mask is now gone, and last night, I actually found something very interesting, and it's a random campsite that appears in the Cumberland Forest. And we come across this campsite, and at certain encounters with this campsite, there's going to be an NPC here, and he's going to mention how he bought a green mask from the fence in Saint Denis. He's going to get real hostile, and we're going to have to kill him before he kills us. And at his campsite, we can find some interesting things. One of those things being the green mask that is missing from the fence in Saint Denis. And let me say that to encounter this campsite, you actually have to come here after you complete the main storyline of the game and after the mask disappears from the fence. So this is very interesting. It shows you the amount of detail that is hidden within Red Dead Redemption 2. Another interesting thing is with the release of Red Dead Online, we can also find this mask in online. But that's not it. This mystery grows even bigger. Now, what I'm about to tell you was found and solved by GTA series videos. But in Blackwater, we can find 6 Aztec symbols scattered all around Blackwater. And right now, I'm going to quit talking, and I'm going to show you the location of each one of these symbols. So after you find all of these symbols, you're going to have a page in your scrapbook or your notebook filled with all of these weird hieroglyphics. And it turns out that these hieroglyphics, that's what I'm going to call them, well, they actually correspond to the first 5 days of the Aztec calendar. And this is brilliant. And GTA series, like I said, found this and solved this, and I want to give credit where credit is due. But if you actually rearrange and convert these numbers using the polybias square cipher, well, this is actually going to reveal a hidden message from these symbols. And this hidden message actually says, "Blessed are the peacemakers, say Io Teodo." And this is actually a direct quote from Red Dead Redemption Undead Nightmare and a scene that happens with Iodioto, an Aztec goddess. And this also happens while we have the green mask in our hands and we are trying to end this zombie epidemic and this plague. And what's also interesting is that this quote, "Blessed are the peacemakers," actually is inscribed on John Marston's grave at the end of Red Dead Redemption 1. And I don't know about you, but that sends chills down my spine. This is very deep, and I think this is more than just Easter eggs. I think this is Rockstar hinting at something big to come in the near future. Now, I'm going to elaborate on that in just a moment. But the last real piece of evidence we have of Rockstar Games hinting at an Undead Nightmare 2 DLC happening can be found in a well in tall trees. And we can actually go down this well, and about halfway down the ladder, everything is going to change as far as lighting goes. And our character is going to turn almost silver. He's going to have this silverish like tinge or this tint to him. And if we go down to the bottom of the well and take a look at our face, well, our expression has changed greatly, and we almost look like a very evil, pissed off zombie. And this is very interesting. Now, this broke the web a few days ago, but one thing that I found in my playthrough of Red Dead Redemption 2 is that this does not only happen in this well, and that's what a lot of people were promoting. It turns out that this silverish tinge making us look like a zombie happens more often than not. And I actually encountered this when I glitched into the prison Sisika Penitentiary, and I went into an area underground where the lighting wasn't really too bright at all. It was very dark in there, and, well, it made me turn into this silverish color, much like what happens if you go into this well, which makes me think this might be some sort of texture or lighting bug that happens in the game when you do go into a darker area. But the fact that it changes our facial expression and makes us look like a zombie, well, I can't 100% say this wasn't some sort of, like, reference that Rockstar put in the game to hint at Undead Nightmare 2 happening. And, well, the last little thing that I do want to touch base on is Rockstar's history of doing things like this and hinting at things to come in their present titles. And for that, I'm going to take y'all back to the GTA series and Grand Theft Auto 3, because in Grand Theft Auto 3, there is a billboard that says, "See you in Miami." And for those of you who aren't familiar with the release dates of the Grand Theft Auto games, GTA 3 released in 2001, and 1 year later, in 2002, well, Vice City released, and Vice City takes place in Miami. It's the GTA parody of Miami, and Rockstar told us where we were going and hid it in plain sight with this billboard. And the same thing actually happens in Grand Theft Auto 4. There's a billboard in this game at the airport that says, "Visit Los Santos." And where did the next game take place? Well, it took us to Los Santos and back to the state of San Andreas. So this is just something very interesting that Rockstar has always done with their games in one way or another. In Grand Theft Auto 5, there's lots of beach towels that say Vice City, and in my opinion, that is pretty much telling me that in the next GTA game, we are 99.9% probably going to be making our way to Vice City. I would be disappointed if we didn't. But with that said, that's really all we have as far as like Rockstar possibly hinting at a story mode expansion coming to Red Dead Redemption 2. Obviously, I want y'all to take this with a grain of salt. It is speculation, but I feel like I had a pretty good argument and backed my claims up with a lot more evidence. You know, I've got 3 different sources here, 4 if you want to be really technical. So who knows if Rockstar will do this? Only time will tell. I will say, though, that instead of a Undead Nightmare style story mode expansion, I think it would be cool if Rockstar tried something new and maybe a Cowboys and Aliens DLC or story mode expansion instead. I think that would make a lot more sense. In Red Dead Redemption 2, we've got the 2 UFOs, lots of weird time traveling alien mysteries going on in the game, and I don't really think it would be too grand of Rockstar to give us an Undead Nightmare expansion, since we've already gotten that. We've already toyed with zombies. We want something else. We want aliens, and cowboys and aliens is it's kind of a popular topic. There's tons of movies about space cowboys, cowboys versus aliens, and things like that out there, and I do think this would be a popular topic. Red Dead Redemption 2 already has that creepy vibe to it. It's already got the aliens, it's got the UFOs, not necessarily the aliens, but definitely the UFOs, which would make me think there is aliens somewhere in the game. And also with GTA 5, we always wanted this story mode expansion. We never got it because, like I said, Rockstar catered to the online fans and the online portion of the game. But there are lots of weird mysteries surrounding aliens and UFOs in GTA 5 that we never got an answer to. So maybe Rockstar is going to finally give us an answer to that and give us what we want, which I think would be cowboys and aliens. So y'all let me know down below in the comments, would you rather have cowboys and aliens as a story mode DLC for Red Dead Redemption 2? Or would you rather have zombies once again and fight all those zombies off? Let me know. I'm going to read through every comment. But with that said, I'm Zach Cox. Thank y'all for tuning in. If you did enjoy this video, well, hopefully I did earn your thumbs up and your subscription. But until next time, thank y'all for tuning in, and I hope to see you in the next video.